G'day, this is Aurora. She's a 2-year-old quarter horse. She's coming for starting under saddle, so I just thought I'd do a bit of a 1 week check-in. She's been with me for a week, so we've been going through her groundwork and getting her ready for her first saddling, which we'll also do today. And she's been taking everything pretty well. Drop the flag there. So we'll check on the first couple of little things. I want to check on her lateral flexion. She's real nice there. Real nice and soft and light there. That's awesome. Really good. Alright, now we do the hind quarter. I like how she's stepping up under herself there. That's really cool. And she's staying light in my hand. So that's real nice there. And we'll check the other side. Lateral flexion. Real nice and soft and light there. We'll check that a couple of times. She wants to move her feet, I'll move with her. She's still learning, she's just a little baby. So she's not going to be perfect at it quite yet. But she is very, very good. She's real nice and light and soft. And yield to hind quarter. Really like how she's stepping up under herself there. That's really cool. Right, next thing I want to check on is a little bit of rope desensitizing. So I'm going to chuck this rope over her neck, over her back, over her bum, round behind her legs, round her front legs, up under her belly a little there, round by her flank, back over her neck, and flick it over her ears there. And she's showing no reaction at all, or a little bit there, because the tail of the rope flicked around at her face, but so just chuck it there a couple more times, and no reaction. That's cool. So I'll just work my way down her back, over her bum, behind the legs, around the front legs, under her belly, under her flank. Just look for any tickly spots, any reactions, and we got nothing there. That is really cool. I like that a lot. Flick it over her ears there. I'm going to swing it under her chin and flick it up over her head, because this is what I'm going to be doing first couple of rides when I want to change directions. So my first sort of handful of rides are always in a head collar, and to change directions I need to flick that lead over the head. So that's cool. She's really good with that. So now I'm going to flick this up over her head there, down over her bum, and ask her to change eyes for me. That's really cool. Nice and relaxed, follows that feel, really soft. Toss it over her head a couple more times here. That's nice. There, she wanted to shift her hip, so she's put herself in a bind. Now she's got to find her way out of the bind. That's cool. Nice and soft. She thought about things. She got herself bound up, had to think about it, and found a way out of it. That's nice. Alright, so we've done a bit of desensitizing. We've done a bit of softness, a bit of flexion, a bit of yield to hind quarter. So I'm going to send her off here. Had some impulsion. She was a little bit lazy there. But I don't mind. I'd rather be just slightly lazy at this point rather than overreactive. So I just want to stop her feet here. So I just want to wait for her to make a mistake. There, she slows down to a walk. Put her back into that trot. I didn't have to use the flag that time, just a point. That's good. She's wanting to stop her feet every so often here. So she's going to get a bit rude. I'm going to smack her with that flag. I'm going to say, pay attention. Start moving your feet. So she's getting a bit obstinate about moving there. So I'm going to make her move out. Pay attention, pay attention. She's getting distracted there. She needs to pay attention to me. She's getting distracted by the other horses here. Pay attention, pay attention. When you get distracted, I'll put you under more pressure. Bump on her there when she gets distracted again. And she's going to play around a little bit here. The other horse has gone running off. I'm just going to bump on her when she pulls on me. Bump on her when she pulls on me. There, she's nice and soft. Hold you to hind quarter. Give her a little rest there. Draw her in. So I'd like that hind quarter to yield a little bit better. She's a bit lazy with that. But we'll work on that. I shifted my feet there to the right. And she didn't bring her attention back to me. She kept looking off in the distance at the other horses. So she's getting a bit obstinate here. She wants to play around, wanting to question me. When she asks a question, pressure. Stop asking me questions. I'll give you the answers. You just need to follow. Do what you're asked to do, and I'll leave you alone. Stop second guessing me. Bump on her when she pulls on me. Bump on her when she goes the wrong direction. Bump on her, bump on her, bump on her. Figure it out. There you go, good. So that was half my fault there. I dropped the flag and I stopped to pick it up and she got a bit confused. That's okay. She'll figure these things out. That's good. I like that. I like the response to the redirection there. She stopped her feet and then I just pointed and my energy, there, good. Just a point and my energy sends her on. So she's starting to figure these things out. Bump her off that when she wants to pull on the lead. Bump her off it. Get her soft. Give me your attention. There, good. Good. She's getting a little better with that. A little better. Making little bits of progress. And she pull on me a little bit. Just bump her off it. Good. Bump her off it when she's counter bending and looking out. The good deal's in here. Good. So she's a little baby. She's going to do baby things. She's going to argue. She's going to second guess. She's going to ask questions. She's going to protest a little bit here and there. We just work through that. She's wanting to pull on me there. That's a little better. So she found the end of it. There, she's pulling on me again. Bump her off it. Bump her off it. Small bumps there. She's not really pulling, not really insistent on pulling on me. But when she does really pick it up and want to pull, try and drag me somewhere, then I'll bump her off it. And when she starts getting a little bit better, I'm looking for a spot to give her a rest now. So I just want her to give me a little bit of softness, even if it's just for half a round. There, yield the hind quarter. Better. That's a little better hind quarter yield there. She had been a little lazy with that, so I need to work on that a little bit. Alright, so we'll go into our saddling exercise now, and then we'll do some more groundwork once she's saddled. There's the kid. I'm just going to introduce her to the pad here. Let her have a sniff. Now I'll just pick it up and rub her with it. Toss it over her back. Give it a pat down. Because we've done so much work with the flag and the rope and stuff, like all of this is not much to her. Been there, done it. Cool. Very nice. Again, with the saddle, I'll just get the lead just sort of hanging over my arm there, so I can grab hold of it if I need to. Give her a chance to have a smell of the saddle, give her a chance to check it out. And with all the work we've done to prep her for this, it's not much of a big deal for her. Pick it up, drop it down there. I'll sort of shake it around, rock it backwards and forwards a bit. And I'll pick it up and take it off. And pick it up, hold it up over her back, drop it down nice and gentle. Give it a pat. Good, good, good. Check all these nice things. Alright, I'm just going to bring her away from the fence here before I girth that up. So I don't want to put myself in a position there where we're jammed up against the fence if we get any kind of a reaction. My jeans taste nice today, sweetheart. Yeah. So he's a pretty sweet little horse, this one. She wants to connect and mouth and lick everything, and showing some really, really cool little personality traits that I like. Just wrap this cinch around a couple of times. Do it up just firm enough. And she wants to walk off there, that's alright. Let her find her spot where she's happy to stand for a sec. There we go. Good, good. Take this head collar off. So I don't want to be connected to her in case if she does react to the saddle, then that when she's on the line, she can sort of associate that reaction with me rather than with the saddle itself, and rather than dealing with it herself, she thinks that I'm the one that's done it to her. So I'm gonna step away from her and we'll do a little bit of round penning. Good. She seems pretty happy to jog there, nice and relaxed. I like that. All right, we'll see if we can kiss her up into a canter. Good. I'll try that again. Good. No reaction there at all. That's really cool. Good. And we'll give her a chance to draw there. Very nice. Good kid. No. There you go. That's a pretty nice relaxed send off there. So we do everything on both sides, both leads. Make sure she's okay with it both ways. She's processing it with both sides of her brain in the same way. Good, nice and relaxed. I really like that lope there. So even when I've got to really put a lot of extra pressure on her there, she doesn't overreact to that. She lopes off nice and relaxed. Good. Give her a chance to draw there. I really like that draw. She just really hooks on there as soon as I take a step back. That's really, really cool. Good kid. Good kid. There you are. You're doing some good things. Your mum's going to be very happy, I think. Hey? So I'm just going to do a couple more groundwork exercises here while she's saddled. And we'll give her a quit for the day. Now, the first thing I want to do, I want to back her up. So there's not a huge amount of energy in that. She's a bit tentative, but we haven't done a lot of it. But she's not ducking and diving, trying to avoid it. She's happy to go back. So I'm gonna be pretty lenient with her on that one. Yeah, she sort of bogged down a little bit on me there, so I used that flag. Right. We'll do a bit of circle driving. I'll send her off. And flag up on the saddle. Cool. And so this just sort of adds a little bit of a desensitizing element. So when the flag's just sitting there on the saddle, it's desensitizing her. If she wants to drop out of that trot there, now it's sensitizing. Good. Sitting there, it's desensitizing. Yeah, she wanted to argue with me a little bit there. Didn't want to do what I was asking. That's all right. We push her through that. The more of those little arguments we get, I think the better at this stage, because she starts to learn where the boundaries are She learns how to get soft. She learns how to follow a cue. Yield a hindquarter and send that shoulder through. Nice. Nice. And flag up on the saddle. Good. So you can see every time I need to, if she's going to drop out of that trot to the walk, I'll cue with my lead arm. Even if it's just, I don't have to point because we're so close in. I might not point there. Just raise that elbow up. That's enough. Good. And we'll change direction, yield the hindquarter. Get a bit of energy about that change of direction, kid. Just a bit sluggish there. Good. And we'll change directions again. Yield the hindquarter, that's much nicer. Good. And I'll yield the hindquarter here. And back her up. Cool. Very nice. There's a kid. I'm just going to drop the flag here now. I'm going to play around with the saddle a little bit. I'm going to grab these stirrups and I'm going to flap the fender, swing it backwards and forwards, flap it against her, pat the saddle all over. Nice, well done, kid. There's really no reaction there to any of that. Pull that stirrup out, swing it backwards and forwards, no reaction. Slap it against her, slap the fender against her. That's nice. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take up a lateral flexion. She's nice and soft there. I'm going to use that stirrup and press for a hindquarter yield where my foot would go. Good. Just a bit hesitant with that. That's the first time we've tried it. So yield a hindquarter. Press that stirrup back. Good. And so this is just teaching her before I get on her back. The first thing that I'm going to do when I get on her back. Take that stirrup, press it back there on her ribs. Yeah, she got a little bit obstinate with that. She wanted to lean back against it that time. So just give it a jiggle on her ribs. Wait for her to make a half a step. That's much nicer there. Good. Well done, kid. I'm going to drop this lead and take the saddle off now. She's done more than enough with that for her first time. I'm really pleased with how that went. She's a really cool little customer. I'm really got some very positive ideas for how she's going to turn out. I'm really looking forward to the next few weeks. So I'll let her think about that. She can follow me if she wants to. If she wants to stand there and mull it all over, that's all right too. Yeah, you stepped on the lead, mate. You back it up a bit. Back it up a bit. There you go. I'm just going to muck around with one more little thing here. Now we've got the saddle off. I'm going to throw that rope up there. Take up a lateral flexion. Jump up and down. Take up lateral flexion. I wanted to stay flexed there while I'm doing this. Jump up and down there. Good. So I don't want her to pull away from me when I'm doing that. because this is what she's going to have to put up with in our mounting exercises, which we're going to go through with her tomorrow. And if she gets really good with it, we might even do a bareback mount now. We'll see how that goes. Good. I don't like to push them. If she was reactive with what I'm doing here now, I wouldn't push for any more. I just try and get this a bit better as I'm doing it. But if she takes it really good like she is now, we might get a little bit more. But she is being really, really cool. So now that I've got her to where she's happy for me to jump up and down here while she's laterally flexed, I'm going to do a bit of a layover. I'll pick up that lead flexor, jump up and down, ask her to take my weight. Nice. Good kid. Well done. And we'll go the other side. And I'll do the same thing. I'll ask for reflection. Jump up and down. Ask her to take my weight. Very cool. Oh, I'll ask for a lateral flexion. Jump up and down. Ask her to take my weight. That's really cool. Very, very happy with that. Give her a good pat there. And jump off before we get any reaction at all. So when I'm doing those little things, I don't want to let her get her head straight in that situation and then suddenly see me out of both eyes, and or see me out of the other eye and potentially react when she's got her head straight and she can shoot forward. She can, we can get in a bit of a wreck. And the whole purpose of that there is to just make that a really cool experience for her. And she took that really well and couldn't have asked for better. So we'll give her a quit there for today. Good job, kid.